Hello and welcome to episode number 41 of... My name is Fraser.
And my name is Kai.
How you doing, Kai?
You know what? Really tired today.
Really? How
you?
come?
Just up late, up early, then sleep again, then dog comes back in and is like at me, and he doesn't really make that noise, but that's the noise I can kind of imagine whilst I'm asleep, and then I get up and then ditto again.
Great. Fantastic.
Yep. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad. I've worked today and it was probably one of the quietest days of my life.
That's good. I saw you were outside with Beta as well whilst working, which is very nice.
I was. It was quite nice, and I am liking having these perks of working from home. It sucks not being able to see people, but being able to sit in the garden whilst it's 26 degrees. It was 26 degrees today. That was so nice.
Really? It's not been that warm here.
Well, yeah, it says on the thermostat 26 degrees outside. I think it was like 23 inside. And yeah, oh my god, it was so good. I loved it. It didn't feel like 26, which is even better. But it was 26 and it was so nice. I absolutely loved it to bits, and I can happily get used to staying work from home and dealing with these temperatures.
Lucky, my phone says it's 16 degrees at the moment. I mean, it is sunset by the time
Oh yeah,
we're recording,
well, the sun's going down, isn't it? So
I don't think it's been that warm here.
Saying that for me right now, saying 23.
Ah.
Yeah, so I must have had a much warmer day. Yeah, I can see it says 16 for you.
Stupid. Right, what's it say? It says 22 in London. Why is it colder here?
You should have come to the southwest.
Stupid. It's warmer where my mum is.
Well, she's
it's 20
probably up in
degrees
Scotland.
in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
23 in Bristol. 23 in Glasgow.
It sounds like you've just picked the wrong place to be today. It's been such a lovely day.
Alright, screw living where I am. I'm going elsewhere.
Oh, there you go. That's another reason for you to move completely out of the way of where you currently are.
That and the price.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Talking of the price of things, we got Minecraft Dungeons recently, didn't we, Kai?
We have, and well, I bought it for like 25 quid or something, I think.
Yep. And I bought it for £1.
Yep.
But I don't own the game, but I've got the Xbox PC Game Pass for £1 because you get it for only £1 on your first month.
Lucky.
And I'm glad I haven't bought the game because I've already almost completed it. Apparently I've got 2 levels left, or 3.
I think you got 3.
And then I would have completed it, and then I have to replay the game on harder difficulties.
Yep.
But overall, what do you think of the game?
I enjoy it a lot more towards the end.
Yeah.
The beginning's very quiet, very easy.
Yeah.
And towards the end, me personally, I had Aiden come and join me for the last round, and we ended up playing for like 2 hours, and it was much better with people, like with friends and stuff. So much better with friends, but with like on your own, it's definitely hard to stay entertained by it.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get the friend aspect in, amazing.
And that's been my problem because I've been playing it solo. I've played 3 hours of it, almost completed the whole game, but I've been playing it solo. Not gonna lie, it has been fun doing it by myself when it's been like really challenging. I've only died once. I haven't lost an entire not cave, what is it? An entire mission. I've not lost an entire mission. I've only died once. So it has been nice having a bit more of a challenge and having to step back a bit, rely on range rather than up close personal combat. And you really get the feel for other features of the game at that point.
You wait until you get onto the final level. Jesus Christ. I could not do the final level on my own. I probably could, but I got Aiden in, and it took us an extra 2 hours to complete.
Oh my god.
So, and that was with Aiden.
Do you reckon they make it more difficult if you got more people?
Definitely.
Oh, right, okay.
It gets much harder with more people. Like more things spawn in, for example.
I see.
But I think obviously that makes sense to keep people playing. I have seen they've got DLC coming out next month. Being July.
Yeah, that's pretty quick for a DLC to come out.
Yeah, I think that's only one of the DLCs, so I'm sure there's gonna be more stuff coming out.
Yeah.
Like if you bought the Game Pass that I did, you get access to the Emerald Isles or something like that. I think it's called. I can't remember what it's called, or Enchanted Isles, something stupid like that.
Right.
Which I'm looking forward to that. It's been nice just to chill out to, you know, and just have some fun with. And I'm looking forward to actually. We've got a plan to do a stream thing, haven't we, with Aiden, where we try the hardest difficulty. Probably this week. It might be today. When the podcast is out.
The day of recording or the day when the podcast
is
out?
No, not day of recording. I got to go to Tesco.
I was going to say, like, oh god, I'm planning for this.
No, I got to go to Tesco tonight.
Alright, fair enough.
Today being the day the podcast comes out, maybe. Not certain yet, but we'll definitely do it at some point. I guess it's when we got time, you know?
Yeah. Well, especially if as you said, it gets really, really hard on the last levels. I spent 3 hours on my stream doing it, and it was really, really piss easy at the start, so you could just fly through the levels. But it seems now that the game's getting harder, and as you said, it gets harder with more people. I can imagine it'll just be hell, especially if we knocked it up to, what is it, adventure mode, where it gets even harder, or explorer. I forgot what it is.
I think
it's 3 levels of difficulty, isn't it, where you restart?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we knocked it up again, that'll be even harder.
Well, because I completed it, I've got like the maximum level of difficulty available, and so has Aiden. So I think we should give it a shot, see how it goes. I mean, we went back to the first level, when we couldn't complete the last one. We went back to the first level to see if we could just like gain some levels up or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And turns out they get harder as well when you go back.
Oh, okay.
Like easy enough to complete, but hard enough to not find it
reflects
as
like
easy.
the armor and stuff you're wearing then.
Yeah.
Your actual player level.
Yeah. Definitely reflects that.
That makes sense.
So I do look forward to our stream where we do try the hardest difficulty on all the levels.
Yeah, should be good.
I think it should be very fun.
I can't wait to finish the game, just so I can say I finished it. But I don't know if it's worth, like, even when a DLC comes out, I'm assuming it's just going to be the same thing, continued story a little bit more maybe, but same mechanics. I wouldn't see the point in me getting that unless it's on the Game Pass again.
Well, yeah, exactly. I think it is great to play, but with only like a 4 or 5 hour maximum play time, I don't think it's worth the 20-25 quid.
Nah, not at all. I always go by pound per hour. If you can play so many hours based on how many pounds you put in, so £20 game, 20 hours, then perfect. It's paid off.
Yeah. Like, I guess we can give like a good example. Overwatch is, what, 20 quid?
Yeah, we've put in loads of hours.
Yeah. It is $19.99. So what's that in
GTA 5,
pounds?
that's probably 35 quid when it came out. I've put in a couple of 100 hours.
Yeah. Minecraft.
That's what you want.
Just in general, Minecraft.
Thousands of hours.
And that's what, 16 quid?
Yep, about that.
Yep.
Crossing. How much have I? How many hours have I put in? Let's find out.
I stopped playing it.
I have put in 145 hours or more. So that's easily paid off from the... how much was Animal Crossing?
$40? 40 pounds even, I think.
Sounds about right.
Maybe 50?
Probably 50. Wait,
yeah,
because
50,
it's 50 with the
49.99.
pre-order bonuses. So I've almost done, like, it's priced 3 times. So it would have been like 30p an hour. Yeah, that's paid off massively. It's such a good game. So yeah, it's a shame that Minecraft Dungeons hasn't really lived up to it, but hopefully the DLC that comes with it is free. And it does actually take you up to your £20 mark, 20-hour mark.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Anyway, if you want to catch us on our streams, by the way, go follow us over on Twitch, IVexSHD and Kairos Best.
Yeah. Just
I was about to say KIRB, but it's definitely Kairos Best.
I was going to do something like that at one point, you know, but I didn't, you know. I thought the shorter it is probably the better, but I was like, well, I just like my own name, actually.
Yeah, no, fair play.
Before we continue on to the next one, I did just get an email from EasyJet.
Oh, good old EasyJet.
They're now flying back to Europe as of this month. And I just had a quick look at the email just because I was interested to see like what they were doing, because it does say they're going back to Europe now as well.
Yeah.
And it says that they've added some industry-leading filtration systems to keep the air you breathe in the cabin as clean as possible, which get replaced every 3 to 4 minutes.
What?
Yep.
The filters get replaced every 3 or 4 minutes?
Or the air in there gets replaced every 3 or 4 minutes? I'm not sure.
Oh, with clean air. I see.
Yeah, I think that's what they mean. I'm not 100% certain. There was another thing here, which I'm just trying to find. It says... Where has it gone? I have lost it. It's about people on there. That... where's the section gone?
Oh, whether they have to be socially distanced or not.
Kind of. It says they're gonna do their best to do that. As always, your safety and well-being is our utmost priority, so we're going to introduce new measures to help keep you safe. Our teams will be conducting additional deep cleaning and disinfection of our aircrafts every day, and all our passengers and crew will be required to wear face masks at all times.
What if you don't have a mask? Do they give you a mask?
I hope so, but...
we don't have any masks at home.
Yeah, we do. We bought them at Insomnia.
No, you did. I didn't.
Oh, did you not buy one?
No, I didn't get one. I just wore...
Fair enough.
I think it was Sherry's. Sherry gave me hers for a bit. I just wore hers.
Oh, I see. See, I don't know. I guess they might be... I don't know. They might give them out, but I don't see them giving them out.
No, you probably have to get it before as a prerequisite.
Or I reckon that when you get to the airport, if you don't have one, they might force you to buy one.
Oh, like a plastic bag, but instead it's a mask. Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
That's kind of the best way I can really see it. I mean, if you've got a scarf or something like that, you can technically wear that on your face, but
it's just not a reliable filter, really, is it?
No. So
have you seen the videos of people going into like Target with saucepan lids over their face?
No.
They've gone and got like a boiling pot lid, so like a glass boiling pot lid, and they've gone and wore a hoodie. They've put the saucepan boiling pot lid in like the hole of the hoodie, which is obviously way too big. So it looks like a spacesuit in a way, and people have gone into Target and they've been accepted as face masks because no air can get out really. It's hilarious. Oh, 1 minute, I want to try and find it for you.
That's mad.
Because it honestly looks really hilarious.
That sounds really mad.
And what we could do is, if I remember, I could put it as the thumbnail for this video. I think that'd be funny for people to see that. Here we go. I've got the picture of it here. This is just one of the many people that have gone and used saucepan lids as their mask, and it's brilliant.
How do they breathe?
I'm guessing through the air that can be filtered through the hoodie.
What, like through the sleeves and stuff?
Yeah.
God, that is stupid, but mad.
It's funny, isn't it?
It's clever.
Yeah.
Oh, it reminds me of back being a kid, you know?
That is something you would do when you were younger.
Yeah, like
bash
you put,
them together and then wear it on your face. Well,
I was going to say, like, you put the, what's it called? The sieve? Is that what it is?
Or yeah.
Is that, no, not the sieve. Yeah,
colander.
Maybe the sieve? Colander, that's it. Put that on your head and wear that as a hat, for example.
And say you're like an alien or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like refuse to not wear it. No, refuse not to wear it in public and stuff.
Yeah.
Me being that kid, I would refuse to not wear it. I would have to always wear it in public if I went to my grandma's.
What would your grandma say about it?
Well, she had dementia, so she'd think it would be amazing.
And then she'd forget.
Pretty much. You've heard her stories.
Oh god, yeah, I've heard plenty of her stories.
Like the chilies
from
and
your dad.
The hot air balloon and whatnot.
Oh my god.
Well, I'll do a video on that someday. Because I think that would be quite funny to like talk about, you know.
Yeah. Or we could just get your dad on a podcast and just get him to tell everyone about the stories.
Yeah, we could.
That'd make a funny episode. It's just an entire episode dedicated to Kai's dad telling us the stories of
you know
grandma with dementia.
I'll let him come here and talk about it on the microphone to you, and I'll go hang out in the garden for the day.
This will be a 3-hour-long podcast, by the way, just letting you know. Literally. He was telling me stories when I wanted to go to bed, after, because I went down to Kai's house after a long day of work. Yeah, it must have been 2 years ago now. And I literally woke up at 4 o'clock that morning to catch a train to London, to work in London, and then caught the train after work to Kai's, streamed, got dinner, and then by the time we finished everything, it's half midnight, 1 o'clock?
Yeah, something like
and then I think by the time I actually got to go in the front room and start going to sleep, I think it's 2:45.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And that wasn't even all of them.
Nah. At that point, Kai was like, right, we're going now. We're going to bed.
No, I said that half hour before that point.
and he still didn't stop.
No.
He's brilliant, though.
We have fun sometimes, don't we?
See, maybe the podcast could be a good platform for him to do it, though, because then people can just pause when they get bored and then come back to it if they want to hear more.
Get bored?
No, you can't get bored. You'd just be driven insane if you hear it consistently for a whole 2 hours.
It is interesting.
But it is hilarious, honestly. You will end up wetting yourself about it.
God, it's something... I reckon I'd have to be here, actually, to, join in on it, because I remember some of them.
Do it. Maybe, if in the future there was an episode where I can attend, maybe that's one you can record with your dad.
God.
That can be the replacement episode.
I'd go insane.
That'd be brilliant.
Yeah, that can happen. There we go. Let us know if you want to hear that, everyone.
Yeah, send us a tweet at Stuck in a Podcast, and yeah, we want to hear whether you want that or not.
You know everyone's just going to say yes anyway, don't you?
Yeah, we want it. And then it comes around to it, and it's a 5-hour podcast. They're no, we don't want this.
We don't want it.
No, take it back.
Go away.
Oh, dear. Anyway, on the very tangented subject of Minecraft and all of that, did you hear about MC Pro Hosting?
Yeah, I did.
MC Pro Hosting, for those of you that don't know, is a Minecraft server hosting provider. Mm-hmm. And wow, that was a voice crack. And bloody hell. I'm going to keep that in because it's funny. And embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, they got hacked recently. Their whole website got hacked. Their Twitter accounts got hacked. Their Trustpilot got hacked. What else have they got? Their Discord got hacked.
Ow.
A lot of things got hacked. Their emails got hacked.
Yep.
And someone ended up hijacking the MC Pro Hosting Twitter account, changing the name, which unverifies the profile, and saying that they were releasing their own Minecraft server network instead. That was taken back yesterday, I think it was. Sunday,
they have
the
since
31st.
Got their Twitter back.
They have got it back, but it's still unverified.
Not verified.
Nah. The Discord was completely hijacked, as in all the staff were kicked out, and very explicit images were shared.
Yep.
Their Trustpilot was renamed to that of an adult entertainment website. And well, their emails were hacked. That's how the attacker got in.
Yeah.
So, pretty bad days for them.
Yeah. And at least they're getting it all back, you know?
Yeah. Well, we had a bit of a mare, didn't we? Trying to wonder whether we should try and rush to get our files off of it or not.
Yeah. I mean, we have got our files. I am a partner. I checked in with them. They gave me some updates and whatnot, just saying, they're trying their hardest and all the team's getting everything back together, which is great to hear. Great to see they've still got contact and whatnot. So, shout out to them for doing a hard job there.
It's scary stuff.
It's not easy to get something back, is it?
No. Well, a cyber attack of that scale, I was talking to Aiden about this, that they must have been lying low for ages. To be able to get access to that many systems, lose access to their domain, lose access to their Trustpilot, lose access to their Twitter account, lose access to the entire Discord network. They must have been lying low for ages. I reckon they'll go back. Quite a lot of their server nodes were down as well, but I don't know if that was related. I reckon if they go back and have a look at the logs for God knows how many months, I reckon they'll probably find that attacker sitting there.
Oh yeah,
There's
probably.
you can't just pull off something on that scale for such a massive reputable server network. You can't pull off something of that scale without sitting there, taking it all in, and getting everything ready before striking.
Yeah.
God,
Well,
I'd hate to be an IT member in MC Pro hosting.
At least they are getting everything back though now. That's the most important thing. Like, I know all of our stuff's back up.
Yeah.
I know we've got access to everything now, which is great. So well done to them. Well done,
MC Pro hosting. You've done a good job.
Oh. And at least now we can crack back on with our own series and stuff.
We can. We can. Thank God. More information on that to come soon, by the way.
Yes.
But talking of servers and stuff, I was a bit of a dope as well.
Go on. What did you do?
So
is it Philip Schofield?
Is it what? Sorry,
Philip Schofield.
Yeah, Philip Schofield, definitely.
Oh.
Nah. So for those of you that know from clicking on the links on Twitter to get to the podcast and all of that, I have my own website. You see it from go.ivexhd.com/podcast, for example, to get to our podcast page. That's my short linking site. I also use that website just for hosting files on it, things which aren't on a public facing side of things. And also I've recently updated my website at ivexhd.com just so it has a link to all of my pages. And this web server, to put it all simply, because I can't be asked to go on with the whole nitty-gritty of things, it's been attacked constantly ever since I got it. There are bots on the internet which scan different domains and different IP addresses to see if there's a way of getting into it. Yep. And if you leave things as default, then chances are there is definitely a way to get into it. And I did leave things as default. So I was like, right, okay, I'm going to change this default. So imagine this. I say that to enter my house, you're no longer going to use the front door. You're going to use the back door. That's basically what I told it to do. I said, right, don't use this door anymore. Use the back door. Except I forgot to unlock the back door and lock myself out the front door.
Stupid.
So, it was all well and dandy saying, yeah, go use the back door, because that fixed my problem. It's not being attacked anymore. But I couldn't get back in. And there's no way of getting back in to change that setting either.
So, how have you got around that then?
So lucky for me, I left the window open.
Right, yep.
And I climbed back in through the window. But, yeah, this window, it was there on purpose. I set this up when I first ever got it. But, yeah, almost very, very bad, because then that means I would have had to completely delete the web server and start again.
Yeah, and that's a pain in the arse to do, because even I've done that before.
So if anyone ever gets a web server, not that any of our target demographics here are IT-minded or have web servers.
Hey, they might.
Do. If you do have one, tweet me, because that'd be interesting to know. I won't ask any further questions, though, because I don't really know that much myself. I just follow the guides and go, yes. Tweet us if you have one. And just don't do what I did. Make sure that you tell the back door to unlock. And don't lock yourself out your house, guys.
Yep, smart. Smart.
Do you know what isn't smart, though?
Oh, no.
The guy that bought your car.
Yeah. I tweeted this, then I deleted it just in case.
Right.
Like it goes against anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't, but I did it just in case. So, basically, guy bought my old car. I spoke about this, I think, in a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
He bought it on the 12th, I want to say, of May. I think that. So roughly 3 weeks ago, I think. And filled in all the documents, picked it up, drove off with it. Eventually, I got paid as well. Very nice. The other day, I think it was on Friday night, maybe Saturday night. I think it was Friday night. Definitely Friday, maybe Thursday. One of the nights.
Maybe Wednesday.
It was either Thursday, Friday. Yeah, it was either Thursday or Friday. I think it was Thursday, but it might have been Friday.
My God. You might as well just say it was at some point last week.
No.
Maybe it was Tuesday.
It definitely wasn't Tuesday. I'm pretty certain it was either Thursday or Friday.
Sunday?
No, Thursday or Friday. Definitely
Saturday?
Thursday or Friday. Maybe Wednesday, but I think it was Thursday or Friday.
Oh my God.
About 2:30 in the morning. Oh, Well, actually, no. Let me rephrase this. Actually, I heard a car outside. Generally, about 2:30 in the morning. You don't get a car outside where I am. So I was like, okay, and I heard it pull up. So I had a little peek through the curtains just to see like, okay, that's weird. Saw a car pull up like right outside our house, and I was like, all right. And then I like look a little bit further. There's people getting out of the car. There's 2 people getting out of the car. I'm like, this doesn't seem good. Then I look at the roof of the car. It's a bloody police car, isn't it? I'm like, the hell has my dad done? And I see them coming towards the house at this point as well. And I'm like, oh my god, what has he done? Because I knew I hadn't been out at all, and I knew I hadn't done anything. So I was like, what's happened? And went downstairs, picked up the dog so he could answer the door. Bang, 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 bang. And he answers the door. And they said, the first thing they ask is, you alright? And he was like, yeah, of course I'm alright. Are you alright? And they say, is there anyone else living here? And it's like, yeah. And I kind of put my head around like, hello. And had the dog in my hands. And they said, can we come in for a minute? And we were like, yeah. And they came in. And this is like very awkward because we haven't had like the police round like our house for a long time. Last time we had the police round our house was because the kittens that we had at the time had knocked off the phone and managed to call 999.
Oh my god, nice.
So we were trying to keep the cats in, and my dad kind of like poked his head round the door. How suspicious does that look? That's another story. But yeah, so they came in. I was holding the dog. Dog loved the lady. Just saying that now. Like proper jumping up her leg, like hello, 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 sort of thing.
Aww.
But she's like slightly allergic to dogs, even though she has dogs herself. She said, so I had to go and put them in the other room. And they say, "You got a car here?" And we were like, "Yeah, I've got 2. Got my dad's car, got my car." And they were like, "You got any other cars?" And we were like, "No." And they were like, "There's been a very severe crash involving a car registered to this address." And I was like, what's the number plate? And I remember the number plate, so I said it to them, is it blah 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 blah? So I don't want to say it out loud now, because then people will have the number plate, obviously.
It's BV24.
God, don't say it! So that happened, and I was like, and they were like, yeah, I think it is that, so they confirmed it, and I said, yeah, that's the one. And I said, we just sold it. Luckily, we still had a copy of the document here, with the guy's like details on it, and whatnot. Because basically, the guy he'd flipped the car over, like fully flipped over, and he'd either run off or he was pretending to be the passenger, and it was obvious that he'd probably drunk drive or something like that. And he probably didn't get any of the problems fixed either that were clearly noted down. So I went through my Facebook messages, and found the conversation, found a picture of him. Gave it to them, showed them everything of how it's sold, showed them the document of where it had been moved to, and haven't had any updates since then. So yeah, that car is actually now gone forever. No chance of getting fixed. Well, I don't know. If he was drunk driving, probably not, because that doesn't seem to happen.
That is very true, as noted from bloody 2.5 months ago.
Yeah. It seems to be more they'll say, don't do it again. And that's about it, really, which sucks because it's a stupid thing to do. They get I think it's like they get 3 points or a 12-month suspension or something like that.
Which is awful.
Yeah, especially for
needs a little bit more than that.
Like
sure, it makes you look bad on your license, but like that's not a criminal record, is it?
No.
So you don't really get anything.
Those 3 points disappear, don't they? They disappear after 12 months.
A certain amount of time,
or 3 months, it's something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long it takes for it to disappear, but it's not permanent. It's not something which clearly makes you out to be a bad person, which you are if you are shit enough to completely destroy a car whilst drunk.
Yeah. I mean, he might not have been. He might have just been scared and pretended to be the passenger instead, but who knows? Or he could have run off. I'm not too certain, but I gave all the details I could, really, about it.
God, well, it's lucky you still have those documents then, because they could have easily thought you were lying.
Oh, yeah.
Not thought it was you.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So, everything's been shown.
Dear, oh dear.
I haven't had any update on the situation. Don't expect an update either. So, very interesting. I should have given my email or something like that to say, like, can you email me what happens?
Yeah.
But I didn't think that much. It was 2:30 in the morning. I was about to go to bed.
Yeah. It's a good thing you were still up, otherwise they would have had to have woken you up.
That's what they said. And we were like, well, yeah, we work during the night a lot, which is true.
Yeah.
So, very, very interesting, to say the least.
Oh, fair enough. Well, that's awful for your old car. The fact that we almost died in it whilst going to Fort Park, and now it is dead.
We've had problems in that like 3 times at this point, haven't we?
Yeah.
Thorpe Park, round the roundabout. Probably another time. I'm sure there'll be another time.
Not really got a good reputation with cars, have we?
No. Luckily, this car's all right.
For now.
Don't say that.
You're not going to want to go to Tesco later.
Well, I won't drive. I can't be able to do that tonight.
Fair enough.
I might. I need to wash my car. It's been sat out there for like weeks.
Has it got dusty again?
Yeah, it's this road.
Oh, right.
It's really like, as soon as a car drives down it, the dust goes everywhere, you know? And it sucks. But yeah, that car is now gone forever. And I think the thing that he's probably worried about is it probably wasn't insured yet either. I'm sure of that.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Because I cannot see it getting insured if it didn't have an MOT either.
Which would be awful if it would crash into another driver.
Yeah.
It would have been awful for them because they wouldn't have been able to do anything about it.
No.
They would have just claimed back on their insurance and that's it. They would have had to pay their excess. No questions asked.
Yep. So, fingers crossed, everything's actually alright there.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. Anyway, we got a quick little subject here to talk about. We got new merchandise!
Hey, we do.
What have you got, Fraser?
I have something that I've been dying to get on my store for ages.
Yeah.
I have 2 hats on my store.
2 hats?
One of them is a snapback, and that comes in either black, or navy. And the other one is a cap. Baseball cap. Comes in black. And it has squad written on it.
Squad cap.
With a nice blue outline. And I'm really, really proud of it. It's something that I... Proud! It's something that I'm really, really happy with, and I've really wanted to get on the store for a little while. When the design first got approved, I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to tell everybody. Members got a sneak peek of it first, and they were very, very good, and they kept the secret until it was released the week after it was approved. So it was kept under wraps for a whole week. And I'm glad that I was able to trust everyone to not release secrets about it, because of course, from becoming a member, I think it's on both our channels, you get a sneak peek for exclusive content and upcoming content. And that is one of the perks of being a member. They saw the hats, the hat design, before anybody else, and they had an entire week to see that. They got to see the planning process, they got to see the design in its line form, because you have to submit the design for hats and stuff in EPS format, which basically it's not an image, you're submitting lines.
Yeah, pretty much, and it's so stressful to do it, isn't it?
Absolute nightmare to get it done. So
because you're trying to get like stuff exactly like the right size as well.
Exactly. And
really
it's one of those where no matter how much you zoom into line, it will stay the highest quality possible. That's why they want that, so they can get the exact definition of the lines instead of getting like a pixely image. But it worked out really, really nicely. I'm really happy with it. I've ordered one myself. So I've got a black snapback on the way to my house, and I can't wait for it to arrive. It's already dispatched. Obviously I ordered it when the design was first approved, so yeah, it's been dispatched. It's made in America, so we have to wait a little bit of time for it to actually go across the sea, or in Kai's case, go across the sea and go back to America again. And
we'll talk about that in a minute.
I can't wait for that to arrive. Yeah, what about your merch then, Kai?
Mine's very similar to the one that I previously released, which is the Snakes and Bones. It's the big Bones. It's just got the KRB thing on the front. It's got a bit of a snake as well. And then on the back, it's got a picture of a skeleton-faced me with a snake around it.
Skeleton!
I don't like it to look like too much like myself, you know. I don't like any of that. I like it to have its like own branding sort of thing that anyone can wear and be like, that looks cool. So it's the same thing really, but I've made one side completely black and the other side completely red, and I think it looks amazing. It's actually the one that I'm actually might order myself. I've never done that.
I'm gonna stop now.
Myself. Yeah, so I might get one for myself, to be fair.
Yeah, do it.
Mainly for like promotional values as well, but I haven't really shown it anywhere like on YouTube or anything like that yet, so it's not like what's the word that I want? It's not been shown fully yet.
It's just been on your Discord and on Twitter.
Yeah, and it's done pretty well so far.
Nice.
So thank you everyone for looking at our merchandise.
Yes.
Going back to that thing that you said about the gone back to America. It's come here, gone back. I ordered a hoodie from America on the 20th of February, I think it was. No, 20th of April. And been waiting for it for a while, to be fair. I mean, it's June now. I ordered it on the 20th, I'm pretty sure. Got a shipping label printed on the 21st of April. And I was like, cool. It's got a label printed. Got a notification come through on the 22nd saying it's at the LA distribution center. Great. This is going to be good. It'll be here in no time. Expecting like the odd delay because of Corona. And it says it's arrived at the regional facility distribution center April 23rd. Great. And it says it's in transit on the 24th of April. Amazing. Month later, it's still in LA.
Oh dear.
So like, I'm messaging them like, look, I ordered it like a month ago. It's not here. USPS support is awful. They do not reply to any messages or DMs, even though they say, can you DM us as well.
Yeah.
They do not have a thing on international packages to find out where it is for whatever reason. You can do it if it's in the US, but not on international stuff, even though it's got tracking on it.
That's stupid.
Which doesn't make sense. I've had about 5 texts from Royal Mail at this point saying, your package from America is on its way. Over the last 2 months.
Even though it's not, basically.
Yep. And on the 25th of May, this is a month and 5 days after, roughly, I got another notification come through on my phone saying, Royal Mail, your package is on its way. And I was like, oh, is it now? Is it? Yeah, wow. Looked on there. It's arrived in Chicago.
Oh, dear.
It took a month to get to Chicago, right?
Awful.
And on the 26th of May, it's fully arrived in Chicago. And it's departed from Chicago later in the day. Okay, cool. I look again the next day just to see if it's still in Chicago. It's in London at this point, in Heathrow Airport. And I'm like, great, I'll have it this week. 3 days later, it's back in Chicago. Why has it gone to the UK to go back to Chicago? People are like telling me, maybe it's a customs thing. It's not. It's just saying it's currently in transit to the destination.
That means it literally would have been on, at that point, probably 4 flights.
Oh, more than that.
Maybe,
definitely more than that. It's gone from LA to Chicago, Chicago to London, London to Chicago. That's 4 already. And I'm sure it's done a few other ones in the process.
Wouldn't be surprised.
And it's got to come back here eventually, so it's going to come from Chicago. It might even go from Chicago to Canada, for all I know. It could go to Vancouver
next.
next.
Japan next. It's just going to do a world tour.
I've seen stuff like this happen before, and I don't know. Someone tell me, like, maybe you didn't pay your customs in time. It's like, well, no, because you get like a month to pay your customs, and it's not been here for a month. I haven't got a leaflet either. It would at this point come under Royal Mail if it was for customs.
Yeah. It won't get sent back, that's for sure.
Yeah, and at this point, I don't even care about the hoodie. I just...
What even is the hoodie, anyway?
Honestly, I can't even remember. I ordered it almost 2 months ago. It's been so long, I can't remember what I ordered. It's just a hoodie. I think it was just a red hoodie, to be honest.
Oh, no.
With, like, an artist or something like that on it. And it was only exclusive to America. So... will I get it? Find out in July, when I've moved house and it's no longer coming to this house.
That'll be an interesting one for a future episode. See, this is why I need to tune into every single podcast. We're not going to tell you when Kai gets it, but you'll find out eventually at some point on
another
another
podcast tell you then.
episode. Oh dear, not the best of luck then, eh?
No, so I'm looking forward to the day that I finally get that, but I might be waiting another 3 months?
Possibly.
So, yep, that was that.
I think that is a good point to round off the podcast.
Until next time when we go over to an extra hour.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll get Kai's dad to do a 5-hour one.
Anyway.
So yeah, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of... We publish a new episode every single Wednesday, so be sure to follow us on Spotify. I forgot about that. You did it before, I did it, and I completely forgot that was even a thing. Every single Wednesday on Spotify, so be sure to follow us here on Spotify for notifications for when the next episode comes out. We're doing all right at the moment with followers on Spotify, okay?
Yeah?
Yeah, it's actually quite nice to see. I published a tweet about this the other day on our Twitter account, by the way. This is why you need to follow us on Twitter. That it's really cool to see how much support the podcast is getting. Because we currently have 365 followers.
Whoa, we got a year's worth of followers.
Literally. So we've now had the equivalent of... Let's assume we did this for a year, even though I've done this for less than a year. We've got the equivalent of over a follower a day.
Hell yeah, that's what we like to think about.
Which is really good.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much for your support. Of course, follow us on Twitter as well, at Stuck in a Podcast, and follow us on our personal ones as well, at KaiRossBests and at IVexusHD.
And like we said previously as well, if you want to see some cool streams from either of us, go follow us on Twitch, at IVexusHD and at KaiRossBest. And also check out our YouTubes, because I'm sure we're going to be having like lots of stuff there. I know that this month I'm trying to do 3 videos a week. See how that goes, just to kind of start pushing stuff out again more.
And I know this month I want to actually gain subscribers rather than break even.
Because you just got to 7.5k, didn't you?
We did, yeah, I did, and then I dropped under.
And now you're back above it again.
And now I'm back up again, but I'll probably drop under by the time this episode goes out.
We'll hope that it keeps going up.
Fingers fucking crossed. And you hit 90k.
I did, close to that 100.
GG.
Madness.
So, like, if all 90,000 of you want to come over here, then that'd be fantastic. Thanks, and I'll send Kai back 7,500 as a thanks.
Oh, that'll get me close to.
Well, that'd get you there, and then that'll get me
I'll
kind of there as well.
Yeah, I'll take it.
See, perfect. This is why you should just come subscribe, okay? If you're listening. I don't know why I'm looking at the webcam intensely whilst I'm doing this. I've just noticed that I'm looking at the webcam. I'm not looking at our cues. I'm not looking at the audio waves. I'm looking at the webcam. It's fucking there, Fraser.
Sounds
Idiot.
Right. Yeah, you are a bit.
Anyway, yeah, go and subscribe to our YouTubes as well. Anything else you want to
say? Cocomelon.
That's the topic for next week. Tune in next week where we're going to talk about Cocomelon, the best YouTube kids channel on this planet.
Yay.
And until then, don't lock your front and back door at the same time.
Leave your window open, bitch.
Bitch.
Nice.